Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw. What if? Welcome to What If Deku had Lord Sesshomaru's powers, part four, I believe. Hopefully it's four. All right. Anyways, we're gonna start off at Midoriya residence, getting ready for the entrance exam, fun test. All right, and so he gets up, walks down, and oh, son, you're awake. Like, yes, just got up. I'm ready to head out for the test. He's like, yes, that's best you do that. Oh, and I would like you to demonstrate your your lightning or thunder. I forget whatever. And he's like, but your but Kagura says you've been quite adept with it. I want you to use it there. I'll be watching. And Doria's like, okay. Walks out the door because Oh, all right, and he gets to the gets into the car with his driver and drives to the UA entrance exam. And that stuff happens, gets out. You don't need to know that, but yeah, it's basically yeah. So anyways, he's walking up, up in the entrance way, or getting up to the building as Bakugo Coxie walking in his way. He's like, move, extra. And Midori is like, hmm, extra interesting. Who are you exactly? They're like, exactly are you? He's like, oh, he's like, I'm Bakugo Coxie. I'm the first number one hero. I'm the future number one hero. You're nothing but extras, all stepstones in my way of greatness. Because Bakugo has to be Bakugo. So anyway, then so Midori's just like, if you want me to move, make me. As Koski, yeah, Bakugo Koski smiles, my pleasure, weakling. And so as he, throws his explosion at Deku's face, he, he's fast. So anyways, as soon as the explosion's off, as the dust cleared, he's like, that deserves you right, extra, then he's like, what? Where is he? And as Midoriya is magically just behind him, as he has one of his claws onto Bakugo's neck, he's like, and Midoriya is like, is that all you have? It's quite laughable. You might be a big fish in that little pond of yours in your school, but you're in the ocean now, and I'm the alpha predator here. Get in my way, I'll put you down. Like you get in my way, I'll put you down where you belong, underneath my boot, underneath my feet, because he doesn't wear boots. So anyway, so Bakugo is kind of scared. I'm not gonna be sugarcoating it. He's like shivering because he's releasing killing intent, and he's not as killy as his mother is. His mother likes to kill villains like more so than just defeat them. But Midoriya only kills when needed to. He has killed before because his mom, groomed him into do what he does. So he has killed villains before because that was one of his training sessions with his mother. So he's killed before. He has no problem doing it, but he's killed before, so he has no problem killing someone if they have give him no choice. So, anyways, well, enough about that. And oh, and with his lightning constructs, um, he's able to produce five all maximum as five all at once. I'm not I'm not saying he could reuse a bunch of them for a while until his stamina runs out, but yeah, all at once he's only do five right now. So okay, let's get back into sorry, let's get back into it. And as you know, Midoriya walks off, and Bakugo is like, his world's breaking. He's like, huh? He's like, the Great Coxie, you know, Bakugo, living god, being punked before even being into school. So he's afraid, but he's pissed. Because, you know, you can't, you know, have Bakugo, you know, feeling inferior, you know, because, you know, he's Bakugo. So, anyway, so he walks in, you know, he walks into the, you know, UA entranceway. And, no. Bunch of kids, you know, saw that interaction with Midoriya and Bakugo. They're not very important, but one of them come up to, you know, Bakugo says, I don't know what your deal with word of ice. I would stay away from that guy. That's demon that's Empress Demon Empress son. And Bakugo is like, it's a little more terrified now because Demon Empress has a reputation um of killing people, so they're very iffy and they're very shadowy. Like they're very shouty. The whole family is very you know, weird. It's basically the dark, the she's basically the dark, you know, hero of the of this, you know, universe I created. So anyway, with this what if. So like people have gone missing, you know, trying to get into, you know, the Midoriya's business. So they magically disappear and no one heard from so there's rumors. A lot of the heroes see as, you know, Demon Empress like kind of a hero but anti-hero, you know, almost like a villain because they act more villainous than they do hero. At least she does, because, you know, from the whole killing prospect. She's following the guidelines of, you know, she finds the loopholes, stuff like that. Okay. That's enough rambling about the Midoriya's family. So, anyways. So, like, and, the kids, like, the other kids, like, Bakugo's thinking, because, he knows of the Midoriya of, you know, Demon Empress, because she's the third number one hero, so. And there were always rumors going around that they've always been gunning for, you know, the number one slot. So, and they were talking about the actual, you know, because they know that, you know, the Demon Empress is married to the Kagura. Like, she's a professor of, you know, I think I said it previous episode, but yeah, genetics and quarks. So yeah, she's quite famous in that area. So then Baku's, you know, light bulb pops his head. He's like, but wait, they're both women. Then how is it they're related? And he's not thinking. He's thinking about it. So I'm gonna have, you know, Detective Bakugo on the case. So, anyways, so he's gonna be, you know, trying to get, you know, the rundown of how, you know, how, you know, Midoriya was created. He doesn't know what to think right now, and a lot of no one knows how, you know, Midoriya was born out of nowhere. The number three hero says her son was she has a son now and was born, and very hush hush, very secretive family. So, anyways, so he goes, you know, through the door and goes, sits down to wait for the, you know, the written part of the test, you know, to start. So, and I'm making I'm making Midoriya. He takes the test, and I'm making Midoriya takes the test like very fast. He doesn't have a super, intelligent quirk or anything like that. No, he's just smart because um, his training was with. I've probably mentioned this before, but I'm not just refresh everyone's memory, but it's more so for my memory. But but his training was physical and schoolwork because of Kagura's profession, and I could see her, forcing Midoriya to equal amount of time on education in general. So he would be really smart. So he did the test. Let's just say he does it maybe like 5 times more faster than the rest of them. So he gets top scorers. So so that happens. And Prince Nezu is with Demon Empress observing the written portion of the test, and Principal Nozu is like, that's doing it right there. That young man, he passed it, and according to what I have on what I got the results on, he's highly intelligent, and Inko is like smiling, he's just like a little bit laughing, and he's like, "What's Miss Miss Midoriya? You know, Miss Empress? What is so funny? Oh, it's not. It's just that's my son right there. He's like, that's my. If you can't tell, I'm like, yes. I wasn't totally sure, but he does have your resemblance. Quite interesting boy, and that demon empress is like, you haven't seen anything yet. It used to be. I suggest you take close attention to my boy in the combat session of this test. As she's smiling and walks away, and as Nezu's like, thinking, because he's quite intelligent, because no, because apparently he likes smart people. He's so smart. Anyways, so that happens, and Midoriya, sits down, listens to the, um, professor, not, the mic dude. I forget it. I forget, but yeah, it's the mic dude. He's explaining, the test. He's like, "Welcome, students, to the UA training portion of the UA, test. Look on the screen we have here is we'll start off with the first robots that you most likely encounter going throughout this gate, and this is the one pointer, and he goes flips on and flips the switch. And he's like, the this is the second robot we'll have is the two pointer, and he clicked again, and this one's a little bigger than the rest of them. This is have tougher armor, a little bit bigger, and these are the three pointers. And Ida's like, excuse me, find it very you know, what's the word for it? I know, I don't like Ida. I despises that character. Oh man, I hate Ida. I hate Ida as much as I hate All Might. So, anyways, I would prefer Baco over Ida because Baco he's a little hothead, but Ida's just plain annoying, Mister Stickler for the rules. God forbid, you know, he relaxed for a bit. But anyway, he's like, it looks poorly on the school reputation when you don't, deliver the full information of the test, and Inko's like, no, 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 that's not gonna fly with me. No, no, no. He's like, Professor Mike, oh, Miss Empress, you're here. Like, yes, let me. It's like, give it to me. It's like, yeah, you, yeah, you Four Eyes. I suggest you sit down and shut your face. It's very disappointing for a Genium family to act like this. Pathetic. As, she just hands him like, he's like, we're like, okay, yeah. Um, yeah, there's going to be Cliff doesn't think this one is the 0 pointer that apparently this young man was too eager to know about. So, it's more of an oxable. It doesn't no points whatsoever. And Nezu, was talking to the Empress about, putting that student down, but she's not in trouble. She's just like she could have handled that a whole lot worse. But he's like, and so she's like, he's still playing the 0 pointer. So let's go to Inko, where she's talking to Nezu. He's like, he's like, that kid annoys me. He's like, you could have handled that a little bit better, Miss Empress. Yeah, my apologies, Professor Nezu, but that kid bugs me. He's just too uptight. And if he just sat there and, sat down and listened to the, explanation, he would know his information before he went on to handle those freaking their families they're all stick up their butts. It's nuts. As President Nazi just started laughing because, he thinks it's funny. It's like that. So, and, let's, so, sorry, I had an idea in my head and I just totally forgot it. It's like totally gone in my head. All right, so anyway, yeah, I totally forgot. So we're gonna, so he gets done, explaining, the 0 pointer, and the gate opens, like that's just, not hitting like, it's like time to stop in real life, go 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 go, or something like that, I totally forget. It's been a while since I've seen the anime. I have to rewatch it again to catch up with it, but whatever. Continue, and Midoriya goes boom, like freaking just falls out the door because demon speed. So, all right, let's continue. And as he sees the first, he ignores the 1 pointers and the 2 pointers. He goes for the 3 pointers. So as he's using his electric whip to slice through the robots, that the first 4 3 pointers that he sees, he does his thing, does his little freaking deadly injury whip that freaking slaughters them as they fall into little pieces. He then he hears a couple of robots being destroyed that's not by him. So as he sees a girl with big hands like punching destroying robots, quite easy. And it's Kendo, if you guys are wondering, but big hands, you get the gist. I'm giving like I'm making her, Quark a little more powerful of that's for reasons. So anyways, we continue as there, she's going and Midoriya is like interesting as he sees three of the like let's say two of the 2 pointers were behind Kendo. Okay. Kendo, okay, Kendo. And they were about to swipe her in as Midoriya, does his, whip action because I don't think they're like I don't think his poison cloud would be too effective. I mean, I downgrade him how because in the show they were like poison cloud was like a mixture with his miasma because of the type of demon beast he is. They like when he transforms into his demon beast form, he like draws a whole lot of miasma and it's like quite poisonous. But I'm not giving him that ability. I'm not giving him the miasma because I don't want to have him too overpowered. So okay, because he's gonna be when he does his transformation for the first time. I have an idea what I'm gonna do with that. He's gonna do he's gonna go through his rage mode first before he does his full demon beast transformation. So okay. A little, hint. Whatever. Okay, let's continue. So she sees as she saves him and she says, thank you. And Midoriya is like, he's like, yes, you should probably pay attention to your, all your surroundings. Just to be sure, yeah, you're quite impressive for, what your quirk is. And she kind of like, not offended a little bit, but she's offended, but a little bit, but at the same time, she understands that he's not trying to be, a dick. He's just being realistic. So, he runs off and goes his own way and continues the test. So, anyways, so yeah, and in this one, Araka and Midoriya are not in the same section of the test. I'm replacing that with Kendo. All right. So, anyways, that goes on, and so Midoriya is getting set up with this whole thing. So he's like, okay. So he freaking runs up the freaking the building. He jumps up and runs up the building to no. Let's say he does that hop jump from building to building because there's like two buildings. There's a little alleyway, so he jumps from back and forth to get on the roof. And this is where his he's going to use some of his nifty electricity things going on. So as he gets the surrounding of the area where the robot's been touched at and where they haven't been touched. So he ventures off into a further area and where no students or future students haven't got to it. So so he finds it and he jumps up to the building near goes to building to the where the area he wants it because there's a bunch of 3 pointers. And so he start conjuring his lightning spears you know from the building and start as they're going 5 at a time. He can only do 5, but he's able to he's able to use them a lot. So anyway, so he goes through the points, and this is when Kagura is like and Kagura and Nezu are observing the test, as so is All Might and Todoroki. Todoroki her eyes are widened, and All Might and as widen, and she's All Might and Todoroki are next to each other because there's those two, and then there's a Nezu and Inko on the other side. So they're talking, and Nezu's like, interesting. I don't. I had no idea your son had electricity as well. He's like, yeah, my son, developed that a little while ago. I've been having my wife help him with that, and he's been doing quite well. It's interesting, a little quirk. And so and All Might's like, Shoto, you spent time with the boy, right? And she's like, yeah, we've spent. As she's thinking about that little dinner, and she's like, I need this is business. It's like I need to think about it. Yeah, we trained not that long ago, and he's never developed any electricity. This is new. And she's like thinking in her head, like, has he been hiding? Like he's been hiding? Like, was he holding this back for this? Why? And he's just that's a bug her mind because Midoriya is not known to hide things for say. His mom's forcing him to to hide his abilities for certain points with his electricity. So he hasn't show the full capacity he could do. He's just, waving his hand and throwing electric, having electric spears peer out, forming and just blasting them at the robots. And I got Demon Empress is like, let's do, think you need to give him a little test. And Neji's like, what do you mean? I mean, we have a perfectly, good 0 pointer that's waiting in the wings. Let's test the boy. And they're looking at him like, and like, Neji's like, yes, that's a good idea. As he's, he hits, a button, a little red button on his whatever he had near him. He's like, 0 pointer being released. So, it's all churning on, and he sees a big, robot, in the distance. And so like he's like he starts, moving up to that area, and Inko's like, I wonder what he's gonna do. He's like, he better do something. He has to do something because he's like, it's a big 0 pointer, so let's see how he, handles this situation. As as the kids are running, run, and Kendo's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, what are you doing?" He's like, um, "I'm gonna, yeah, I want to test myself." As he's like, "What? You crazy? You get no points." And he's like, "This is not about points. This is not about points. This is just about the challenge." As he, walks off, and Kendo, goes her supper because she's the one nothing to do with that. He's like, "Man, you're crazy," Just Midoriya. Anyways, so that happens, and so he as he gets into the area where he could, do some damage, so he just starts, moving, kind of doing like, he's not like really close to it, but he's, running around it. I mean, it's big, but it doesn't take him to get around the whole robot. But yeah, he's running as he's testing out the 0 pointer's armor, because he knows the thing's big, but it's going to be slow. So I mean, it's huge. So let's just go with that. So, anyways, I'm not totally I totally forget how big it was, but I believe it was like big as a building. But he's using, jumping from the buildings, getting pot shots, at the robot, and he's trying to find the most typical place for, the core. So he's looking for it. Then, the 0 pointer got tired of, Midoriya's little game. So I'm giving I'm having I'm just saying the 0 pointer has like a laser, little beam. Not too powerful, but powerful enough to destroy buildings. But I'm gonna have them to say, they all are equipped with it, but they're always disabled during, the interest exams because of, because I can, I guess. I don't know. Does because I don't know. Let's just go with that continuity, you know. So, anyways, and Nezu is like, sorry about that. My memory is my yeah okay. So he does that, and he decides to throw five. No, the robot hits them through the building, a couple buildings, and Midoriya is getting irritated, and that's irritated because this should be an easy job. It shouldn't take this long. So he's like, "All right, guess I'm going to have to try this." As he he conjures five of. He gets up, dusts himself off because he's rich. You can't be dirty. You got to look good. So anyways, he's like, "Dust my off like filthy robot. Make my clothes dirty. You're gonna pay for that." As he conjures 5 of the energy spears and binds them into one big spear. And his nose is bleeding. Yeah, he has a bloody nose, and his eye sockets, have blood because yeah, it's just something he's just decided to try. He's like, huh, I wonder what happens if I combine them. So as he throws it, and it's big, it's like, I'm making this move super OP because I can't, because I don't know, it's just cooler that way. So I'm just saying it condenses it, and he regulates the power through, because it's like his electricity is like I said in the last episode, it's like a electricity mixed with telekinesis a little bit. So he's making it super OP. And anyways, it hits the as it zooms right into the core of the roll, the 0 pointer. It blows up and lands on top of the building, and Ezra's like the bell, the buzzer, and like brr, like test is over, it's time to go. He's like, I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. So anyway, so that so and I'm he walks off and walks out of the building, and Inko's like, son, over here. So I go, very impressed with that. He's still bleeding. He hasn't really. And Inko's like, come here. You shouldn't look like that. Yeah, you got to look presentable. As she wipes off the blood off him, he's like, you did good, son. You went a little overboard in the last part. I'm like, yeah, understood, mother. This would have took too long to. He was getting annoying. That robot was getting annoying, and it would have took too long to do it with the regular way. So I had to try something brand new. He's like, interesting. And she smiles. You did well. And she's like, let's get the car and go home. And as they go through the door, and Kagura, you know, let's just say they had it like she had it broadcast to Kagura's lab. That's because that's her boy. So because she wants to see how she does, so she runs over and hugs him. She's like, "You should never do something." She's like, Kagura, he's like, I'm proud of you that you did it, but don't ever do something that stupid again." It's like, and Midoriya, agrees. I should probably, you know, practice that a little bit before I decided, to test it in battle. So, then we're gonna stop it here. They go, their separate ways, and it's okay. We're gonna stop it here. It's not too long. Wasn't sure how I'm gonna go about this though, but it's all good. I hope you guys have a good night and day, or day and night, judging by time zones. All right, catch you guys later.